Hey guys, welcome to the video. So some crazy moves from right today in the market. After the drop yesterday, a big jump today, a solid 1.5% gain in most of the indexes. So I made a super big move in the market and I want to explain why I did this and what I bought. So let's get into the video and I'm going to tell you guys why I bought Hertz, ticker symbol HTZ. Okay, you guys may be wondering, I've trashed on Hertz before, so why did I buy this stock? Okay, I did not buy this stock. I bought put options on this stock. I'm going to explain a lot about why I placed put options and more. But first I'm going to talk about Hertz. So today it was up 37% at close and it opened at one point almost up to $3.5, and that's when I acted to buy a bunch of puts on this stock. I just did not see any reason that this stock should be up 60% when I'm expecting a big dip next week. I'm expecting a lot of things to go bad in the overall market, and the worst stocks that are going to get hit the worst are the ones that are over leveraged, overextended, and all that horrible fundamentals. So I'll be talking to you guys about the puts that I bought, the expiry, the strike price, and everything else. So let's get into the 1 year chart of Hertz. So looking at this 1 year chart of Hertz, you can see that it's been down huge lately, with a big pop recently after declaring bankruptcy. So why did I place a put option on this if it's down so much already and it has that much upside of going back to previous levels? Well, I think this company is going to be out of business soon. It declared bankruptcy recently, but that means Chapter 11. So Chapter 11 means that the stock is not declaring that they're going out of business. They're declaring that they need help. They cannot go any further without any financial help. So I took this opportunity and I saw this pop. Yesterday, the stock was down like 50 or 60% as well. And today, it was back up to where it was. So it's been trending down this week, finally, after too much gains, in my opinion, too many Robinhood investors buying into this stock. And as you can see, I'll show you guys in a little bit, more Robinhood investors bought this again today. So the overall trend of this stock, I think the price of this stock will be $0 by January of 2021. I'm going to get more into why I think that in just a second. So this is a really good website that I use as a resource, and it's called robinhoodtrack.net. This shows the number of Robinhood users that buy this. That's the green line, and compared to the stock price, which is the pink line. As you can see recently, since declaring bankruptcy, Robinhood users have only been buying this stock. This shows that there's more volatility, in my opinion. This shows that people are using this as a day trade. Robinhood traders are super risky. A lot of them are beginner investors. They see stock rising at one point and they just buy. And I think this is a move that we need to act on and do the opposite of what these investors are doing. They're not the smart investors. Robinhood users are the risky beginner investors. So I'm all into this stock going down next week. I do expect the stock to be below $2 at one point next week, and I'm buying put options with an expiry of next Friday at a strike price of $3.50. My favorite strike prices is slightly in the money. This way, it increases your upside and lowers your downside. So my put options are $3.50 strike price for next Friday, and I do expect the stock to be way below $2 at some point very soon, and I'm hoping next week. But if not, I am expecting at least a 10% drop overall. A roller coaster of a ride I'm expecting next week, but I still am expecting this to be down big on Monday. And if this stock is down big on Monday, I'll take profits on my puts. Let's take a look at Hertz's fundamentals. So as you can see, the market cap is currently $293 million, and this has slowly gone down since the start of the Rona. This is very interesting, and on March 31st of 2019, it was at 1.46 billion, which is super interesting because now it is like pretty much 1/5 of that, which is insane. So I am playing the downtrend of the stock. I am playing the big dip of this stock. Reason because I've researched the company. I've researched all the social aspects of this company. The management team is horrible in my opinion. They're not making good decisions as a company. They're diluting shares, which is going to hurt stockholders. And I do think that this stock is going to be down big next week. And I do think we'll make some crazy gains on these put option positions. So looking at the income statement, they do have $9.59 billion in revenue. Revenue per share is $72.97. Their quarterly revenue growth is down. Their gross profit is $1.73 billion, and their EBITDA is $741 million. So these don't look bad. These don't scare me. But what does scare me is everything else about this company. The EPS is negative, and I'll get into some more balance sheet stuff in a second. But this company has a ton of problems. There's a ton of issues, and that's the reason that I have these put options on this stock. So taking a look at the share statistics, there's only 0.43% held by the insiders of this company. So that is a very bad sign. That means the insiders are really scared about what's happening. The insiders have the best information edge on the market, and the fact that almost none of them own it, that is super scary to any retail investors. There's 117% held by institutions, and why this is usually a good thing is that institutions are really steady, but the fact that 117% of it is held by them, if they decide to sell out, that means the stock will get hammered. So that's something else to be aware of. And I'm going to get into some super interesting stats on Robinhood users. So this tweet shows the top 10 increases in Robinhood users in stock for today. And this is super interesting. As you will be able to see in just a second, Hertz came in at number 1. That's insane. That means Robinhood users just ride the wave. I believe when the stock opens on Monday, and I believe that it'll open down, Robinhood user will freak out and sell out almost everything. So that's a big thesis of mine, the fact that Robinhood users are the biggest holders of this stock. It's insane, just the volatility and the fact that this stock can go down 50% in one day, which is what I'm betting on. Another very scary thing about this company is how over leveraged they are in their debt. They have 1.02 billion in cash on their balance sheet, which is pretty solid, but looking down, they have $20.6 billion in debt, which is absolutely insane. They're very over leveraged, and this is the biggest reason that I believe that the stock is going to be $0 by next January. I see no chance that this stock is trading above where it's at in the future, and this is a great short candidate, put option candidate like I did. I'm playing the short-term puts because I do believe that this stock will get hit crazy hard. So I'm going to talk about you guys with my position size in just a second. So the size of my put option position on Hertz, ticker symbol HTZ, I have about 30 plus put option contracts. So the reason that I have so many is that I'm super bearish on this stock for next week. I do believe that there will be a quick little correction / crash next week, opening Monday, super duper red. And the one that's going to get hit the hardest, in my opinion, is Hertz. The over leveraged companies, the debt, the potential bounce back plays, these are the ones that are going to get hit the hardest during the crash. The airlines, the cruise, the travel stocks, all those over leveraged companies like Hertz, these are going to be the next ones to fall. As we saw with the first crash, with the first big day move downwards, which is on Thursday, we saw the ones that get hit hardest. We saw the ones that got hit hardest was Hertz, the travel companies, the over leveraged companies, and all the potential bounce back plays, the potential reopenings. These are the stocks that got hit the hardest. So that gave us this little sample size of what stocks we need to be watching to get hit the hardest during this crash. So that's a big data point. We need to keep an eye on all those stocks. And when we think the crash is happening, we got to act super fast. In my opinion, I think the correction is going to be happening next week. So that is why I went so heavy into all these leveraged ETFs that track the downward movement of the markets, and also put option contracts today. So Hertz is the stock that I'm most bearish on in the entire market. I have a ton of put options, like I just told you guys, above 30 put options. I think I have like 32 or 33 put option contracts, all the same strike, all the same expiry, which is next week with a strike price at 3.5. This maximizes the upside and lowers downside risk. I hope you guys enjoyed. Check out all the links in the description. If you want to join the private stock group, the community link is down there. It's $4.99 a month, and you get my portfolio and every move I make before I make them, and my watch lists every single night. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the Webull link in the description as well. It's a limited time offer. Get your 2 free stocks while you can. Let's get rich.